This is Ivan Bates. That's Sheila Dixon. And that's Mark Conway. I got a story called Shorty. All right, I got a story called Shorty. This is Judge Bell, October 2007. Private citizen appearing before the grand jury. All right, that's 2007. And Ivan Bates been blocking that. Ivan Bates, Greg Bernstein, Marilyn Mosby, Scott Schellenberger. It's making a documentary about your Democratic Party and the corruption. That's Xavier Conway, the clerk of the court. His grandfather had my paperwork, Frank Conway. Ivan Bates got all this paperwork that I'm showing you. Ivan Bates got all of that. Ivan Bates got it, and this is what Ivan Bates got. That's the new Jim Crow and white supremacy, all right? That names the judges, the lawyers, and politicians. And the United States Senate got that. Hoyer had that. Steny Hoyer got that. Cardin's got that. Mikulski had that. And you had it since 2014. A can of whoop ass. GOP Carter had it too. Shorty documentary. That's Governor O'Malley. All right. And this is the people that were involved in it. You got Operation Grey Lord. This is Operation Grey Lord 2025. I want to take this in front of the grand jury. That's Duane G.Davis versus the state of Baltimore County. And you took a truck, a computer, $52 million in intellectual property. All right. A motion to squash the subpoena. Ivan Bates, these are the people on the subpoena. Jake Ray Davis, Patricia Cook, James Hammond, Karen Park, Paul Weinblatt, Scott Schellenberger, Peter Francott, Governor O'Malley, Adam May, Kai Jackson, Sheriff Fisher, Judge Turnbull, Sheriff Duvall, Malcolm Ruff. You see that? That's Malcolm Ruff. So if you're going after a tar, you got to go after Ruff too. Frank Conway, Pollard Towing, Shelton Duentes. You see that? Everybody's named here. Senator Kathleen Pugh, Senator Broshin, Nathaniel McFadden, Dutch Rupersberger. It named all the politicians. All right? And Maryland. President Trump, Dan Bongino, Ivan Bates. I was kidnapped by Scott Schellenberger. $250 million in intellectual property was stolen. Making a movie ain't against the law. And you the star of the show. Michelle Alexandra wrote the book, The New Face of Old Jim Crow, or, yeah, Mass Incarceration. Well, I gave you a lot more. It's Veterans Day coming up, and I'm a veteran. Knowledge makes you unfit to be a slave. If you go to David Ciambrushini, he got all my paperwork. Yeah, racism don't work without black cooperation. Remember when he used the N-word and y'all gave him a pass? I didn't give him a pass. That's Brian Frosh, Attorney General. That's No Pics After Dark. Ask him about me. All right. That's Bill Ferguson. We did an interview. That's part of the interview. That's Corey McCray. Corey McCray, Kaylin, Delegate Stephanie Smith, the Maryland Black Caucus. Y'all got to act on this information. I was making a movie, The Great Race Debate. That's Chuck D and me in front of the Department of Justice. That's the White House, 2015. That's Steny Hoyer. And that's Brandon Soderberg. Brandon Soderberg had this information and then he did nothing. Brandon Soderberg, Bader Woods, the Baltimore Beat. Y'all got all this information. Ain't said nothing. This is a legacy. Slavery then and slavery now. Anyone can produce and star in a video. Well, that's Aisha Brave Boy. That's at us at the 2011 elections, 2014 elections. Brave Boy, Marilyn Mosby, Nick Mosby, the Maryland Black Caucus. What? John Cardins was there. Everybody was in the room. So we're going to play the tapes like Watergate. So Ivan Bates, Mr. Conway, that's white supremacy. Baltimore rewired, the money behind mass incarceration. And Ivan Bates been protecting that. So if Nathan can go to jail, so can Ivan Bates. Ivan Bates and 52 members of the Democratic Party. That's Spring Grove Medical Hospital. Y'all got to play this whole interview, the whole hour-and-a-half tape for the people. Right there, parole and probation, Duane G.Davis, Linda Dodge, WJZ, Kai Jackson, Mary Bubala, now Fox 45. Like I said, you got to play the whole hour-and-a-half interview, and then you're going to have to get all the information from Quirk and Julian Jones. I gave y'all everything you need. I put it all on tape. Operation Greylord. What it says, topics of the consent decree. First Amendment, protected activity. Mayor Scott, you my main witness because you was a councilman when I started this. All right. So we go in front of the grand jury, bring everything you got. Shorty, pull your mask up. I don't see y'all laughing no more. It ain't funny. Ivan Bates. That's Judge Bell. Private citizen appearing in front of the grand jury. I want to go to the grand jury and everything you got going with me. Walk me to the door.